And good evening, everyone. Um, I'm a Nigerian author who is presently living in the United Kingdom. I'm a poet. I'm in Oxford, United Kingdom. I'm a poet and non-fiction writer. I also work full time as a ghostwriter. Um, the book I'm going to be presenting today is titled Ellipsis, and it is a poetry collection. Um, Ellipsis is just about my experience as a human being. I've always believed that as human beings we are a tripartite being, right? We have a spirit, we have a soul, and we also have a body. And I've always believed in the full expressions of ourselves as a tripartite being, that we should indulge in the pleasures of the flesh, while also exploring our spirituality and be sensitive to our emotions or soul, or how I call it, the inner world. So in the light of that, Ellipsis, my poetry collection, is divided into three parts. The first part dealt with the emotions. They are a collection of poems that talk about love, that talk about memories of loved ones as well. The second part dealt with spirituality, which basically sums up my relationship with God, my relationship with my spiritual self, my relationship with the infinite nature of the universe. And the third part of the poem deals with my mental state as a human being, how I relate to the political realm, how I relate to the economic realm as well. So in light of that, I would like to read some of the poems in Ellipsis for you. And the first poem I'll be reading, I don't have the physical copy with me. I just moved to Oxford some days ago, so I'm still arranging. So I'll be reading from the soft copy on my laptop. So the first poem I'll be reading is for Amudalat Mopeladi. A brief introduction to this poem. This poem is written um, in the memory of my grandmother, of my late grandmother. And like I said, we are a tripartite being, and part of our soul is our mind or our memories, which deals with storing information about our experiences, about our lived life, and also about what is to come. So this poem was about my grandmother. Um, the title is for Amudalat Mupeladi, which was her name. She's late now. In my dreams, you come as fireflies, colonies of light floating away like a lost kite in the sky. And the more I reach to you, the more distance between us stretches. Colleges of archipelagos rise between us, and I can't cross to you. Ah, these paradoxes. I'm losing my mind. I am a car speeding off on a highway, and you are a receding picture in my rear view. But you are so with me, Amudalat. Your presence is a statement of fact. So the poem basically talks about how our ancestors or people, our loved ones who are gone, how they are not really, how they have not really left us, even though we can't see them physically. I believe that they are here with us, in that immaterial form. So this poem is just reestablishing the fact that though my grandmother was dead, she's still with me at this moment. The second poem is titled For We Would Dread Love. In love is sometimes the distance between sanity and madness, between being whole or being broken. While we treat love like roses grown amidst thorns and tread its path gently like the flop of butterfly wings. But broken things can be beautiful too, like the broken mirrors that glitter whenever the sun shower kisses on them. We who dread love are not to blame, wasn't death wrapped in a kiss and gifted to Christ. In this poem, I was talking about the double-edged nature of love. Our love can be something that heals us, while it also can be something that hurts us as well. Hence the oxymoron at the end of the poem. We talk about we would dread love being not to blame, because love was packaged in a kiss for Christ, but it was a kiss that betrayed him. I'll be reading from my last poem here. which is a poem. Like I said, the book is divided into 3 parts: one about the soul, the spirit, and the flesh. So the title of this poem, it's actually a song. I titled it Song 001, and I read, "Your word is a mirror, and before it, I stand juxtaposing myself. The impurities of my heart unveiled before me. Lust of all shades battle to darken my heart. But I turn my heart to the east and open its blinds, flood me with light. In the wake of dawn, I unclad myself before you like a bride before her groom. Wash me with the water of your word and robe me with your righteousness. How shall a young man cleanse his way? Say your word is a treasure I found in a field. I hid it in my heart like a rose amidst thorns. Spread, rose, spread over this garden, fill it with beautiful fragrance that my lover might make it his home." So those are the 3 poems I'll be reading from Ellipsis. And Ellipsis is available on Amazon Bookstore, both as a hard copy and in Kindle form as well. Thank you for having me.